Hello, everyone, and welcome to this special Darren Daily After Show. The After Show is where we roll up our sleeves, literally, and dig into some of the topics a little bit more thoroughly. Okay, here's what I know about you. You are driven to succeed, driven to make a positive difference in the world and to the people around you, to provide, to contribute, to support, to help, to be there for those you love and those that need you. Am I right? And because you are so driven, you take on a lot, probably more than there is time for in a day. Am I right? Thus, you feel stretched, overwhelmed, stressed, and exhausted, and you are still not fully keeping up with everything. Hey, I know the feeling. So what do you do about this? Well, you start work earlier, you work later, you go faster, you push harder, the treadmill speeds up, but you don't get any further, and you're not sure how to get off it or to slow it down. But you still need to speed up your results. Does any of that sound vaguely familiar? This discussion right here might help, at least get you started. And then I'll point you towards resources that you can go to afterwards to gain mastery on it if you want. Okay, so there's two major factors to consider here. It's likely you are not doing too many things, just too many things that drain you versus fuel you. Now, understand that there is not one form of energy. There are three: physical, mental, and emotional. Let's take a quick look at all three. Physical is evaluating the food, the drink, the supplements, the exercise, the recreation that you need to revitalize your body. Stop evaluating things on how they taste. Remember, what's sweet and tasty in the mouth goes bitter in the belly, lumpy on the thighs, and in the arteries. Evaluate what you put into your face on the basis of fuel, not pleasure. Food is medicine, and it will dictate your biology accordingly. And see exercise like plugging in your phone into a charger. Do it long enough to get a fully recharged battery, but any more is actually wasted. Mental energy is evaluating which projects and tasks require the most mental energy, and which energize you and which drain you. Note that what gives you energy might be a drain for somebody else, and vice versa. Like for me, studying financials and poring over spreadsheets is totally draining to me. But for others, it's endlessly fascinating and invigorating. Hammering away on a laptop for hours on end, creating new content, is thrilling and fulfilling for me, whereas it would be the ultimate torture to someone else. Think about it. There are things that you do for 2 hours, and at the end of it, you're spent, totally exhausted. Then there are other things that you can do for 10 hours, almost without even looking up, and you still feel energized at the end of it. You have to find out what energizes you and what drains you. Take a scale from -3 to +3 and go through your tasks and functions and regular obligations and do an energy assessment. If it electrifies you, give it a +3. If it totally debilitates you, give it a -3. And every degree in between, including energy neutral, which is 0. Then there is emotional energy. When do you need the most emotional energy? This is usually when dealing with other people, staff meetings, delivering presentations, client appointments, negotiations, etc. Understand that there are degrees to each of these as well. One type of staff meeting can drain you. Another can electrify you. So it isn't about the staff meeting at all. One client meeting can exhilarate you, and another can exhaust you. So it's not about meeting with clients at all. Assess each type and try to figure out why. Is it either the subject matter of the meeting, or is it the people involved with the meeting? Use your assessment scale to gain clarity. Here's the second major factor. You might even be doing the right things, but at the wrong times and in the wrong way. You have to figure out your unique energy strength zones for your 3 different types of energies throughout the day, throughout the week, and even the seasons of the year. For instance, most people like to work out in the morning. Not me. In the morning, my mind is on fire, but my body is sluggish. If I did my workout in the morning, I would not be at my physical best, and I would waste my peak zone of mental strength. Can you see that if I did the right things, but at the wrong time, the same time and effort would yield weaker results? But because I do the right things at the right times, for me, my performance is much greater in the same time and energy spent. And those things actually reinforce my energy instead of draining it. Now, you're probably asking, But how do you stay on track? How do you not let the 1,000 unexpected things that pop up not pull you out of those zones? How do you eliminate those things that drain you, but you still need to get done? The answer is having the right systems, the right work strategies, and setting up the right environment that supports your peak performance output and keeps out the energy draining distractions. How to do all that is too much for us to cover here, but I refer you to the Insane Productivity Program to gain access to all of that. There is a reason why people like Dr. Oz, who was born to an immigrant set of parents who were lower middle class in Cincinnati, Ohio, yet he rose to stardom. He started out just like the rest of us. There's a reason why people like Richard Branson, also born to a lower middle class family with ADHD and dyslexia, yet rose to become a multi-billionaire. There's a reason why people like Howard Schultz, born in the projects of Brooklyn, raised on food stamps, yet built one of the most successful brands in the history of the world, Starbucks. There's a reason why these people rose from obscurity to significant success. They didn't necessarily do more. You probably work harder and more hours than each of them all along the way in their ascent. It is how they applied their energy to what, when, and how. So I implore you, if you really want to learn how to use your life force, your precious energy, the right way, on the right things, at the right times, with the most leverage, invest in the Insane Productivity Training. You gain 25 years of my heart and soul investigating the success methods used by the most successful people in the world. Then put them all into an application system that makes it easy for you to apply to your own life and your very unique circumstances. You get to skip the 25 years that I spent and just get the answers to the test. If you want to take this further, then click the link below and join us. We're starting a special Insane Productivity class right now, and I'm inviting you if you're not already a member. These classes never get open publicly. They sell out by referral and private invitation. This is yours if you're interested. It's not for everyone. I get it. It's only for the few, the exception, who take the step forward. That's why the few rise and the few stand out and the few make a difference. If that's you, I want to help you. I'll show you the way. We'll take this adventure together. You're not alone. You'll have me, an amazing community of now over 35,000 alumni of the Insane Productivity community, and I'm including a $1,000 scholarship to be applied to your membership. This is a gift from me to you as an incentive to prompt you to take the investment and make the investment in yourself. This invite and the $1,000 scholarship expires in 24 hours. Join us now if you're up for it. And thank you for joining me in this Darren Daily After Show. Hopefully you enjoyed it. See you tomorrow for our regularly scheduled session on Darren Daily. Bye-bye for now.